Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy spot! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday football review for round 5 of the 2022 NRL season. And joining me as always for the Saturday football review is the great man himself, Pro Enzo Vids. Lorenzo, how you going, brother?
Yeah, good, bro. Good. Very interesting week or day of footy, I must say, and can't get into the review.
Yeah, there was a lot of games today that were quite ordinary. I thought the Raiders and Storm game was a bit of a tough one to watch, a bit of a bludger of a game. That won the Raiders and the Storm, and then obviously the Rabbitohs and the Dragons. I was hoping for a much better game than that. The Dragons didn't offer a whole lot. They seemed to be very impatient. The Bunnies did enough to win, and well, the Eels had a mad 20-0 lead over the Gold Coast, and then the Titans came back, and the Eels ended up holding on 26 points to 20. But Pro Enzo Vids, if you had to pick one, what game did you enjoy the most out of all three games today?
Oh, look, I think the game that just finished was the best one, I think, of today. Eels Titans. I just think they had more entertainment, a lot more points, and I just think at least it wasn't a runaway game like it was the past other two. At least it was tight for a bit. So I'd have to go Gold Coast and Parramatta.
Yeah, I thought Gold Coast and Parramatta wasn't a bad game at all as well, bro. I thought for a while there, I was sitting there going, oh, fuck, is this going to be 40-0? Is this going to be 38-6? The Titans were hard to watch for a long time tonight, but they fought their way towards the end thanks to a sin bin that we will obviously get into later on in the Titans Eels review. But Lorenzo, we're going to go back to the first game in just a sec. But before I do that, if you guys are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and like the live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. It's much appreciated. And make sure you turn them notification bells on so you get notified for when I go live or when I upload a video and all that. So make sure you guys all do that. And go and check out Pro Enzo Vids' YouTube channel. The link for his channel will be in the description below. But Lorenzo, let's go back to the Raiders and Storm game, bro. And mate, the Storm, they weren't great today, but they just find a way to win games, whether it be ugly or pretty. What'd you make of the Raiders versus Melbourne Storm game this afternoon?
Yeah, no, you're right, bro. That's how the Melbourne Storm side really play. Like, no matter how they play or like how bad or good they are, they seem to find a way to win. Just all their players, all stick up and always do a job. Just in general, Melbourne just way too good. I knew they were going to win. I knew they were going to win well, and it always looked like that. I think at times Canberra looked pretty tough, but it looked like they were in the game for a bit. But like they had their chances, but they don't know how to actually complete the opportunity they do get near the try line. They always seem to fuck it up, and that's the most annoying thing with Canberra. They have a lot of potential, but they never really seem to stay consistent and complete anything. So, I think that's where Melbourne are better, and Melbourne deserve to win in the end.
Yeah, look, I thought Canberra were really ordinary for a while. They did obviously show some really tough resilience for a while in that game down there at Wagga Wagga, and I got to say, it was great to see a game at Wagga Wagga. I thought the crowd was very nice. I thought the atmosphere down there looked pretty good. I didn't mind this game for a while, but it ended up being a bit of a bludger. The completion rates weren't great. Melbourne's obviously had 82%, which was very good from them, but Canberra, 67%. I mean, when you're playing Melbourne, I don't give a crap where you're playing them at. You've got to complete higher than 67% if you're going to beat them. I mean, 27 from 40 sets. I mean, you're not going to win a game against Melbourne by doing that. But mate, let's get into the review, shall we? And the Raiders, I got off to a good start. In the 5th minute, Cameron Munster did a high tackle on Brad Schneider. Cameron take the 2 and go to a 2-0 lead, bro. Would you have tapped the ball and played on here and just, try to get some points? But or would you have gone for goal?
Um, well, look, because it was Melbourne, I guess, and it's really hard to sort of crack the Melbourne Storm's line. I think maybe taking the two was a safe choice. I mean, they had the momentum, they couldn't go on for a try, but I think taking the two was the right call at the time, I think.
Yeah, look, in my opinion, with all due respect, you're not going to beat Melbourne by going 2-0 up early on. And when you're on the attack, you've got to be able to create opportunities for other players to try and score. And I just don't believe going to a 2-0 lead after 5 minutes is going to give you much confidence. If you score a try, then your confidence will be through the roof. But I don't know, man. 2-0 is 2-0. And the Raiders, well, they got off to a decent start there. And then after that, mate, Melbourne had it all their way. Canberra had all the ball for the first 10 minutes. Couldn't score. Melbourne got going, though. 13th minute. Harry Grant scores the first try of the game. Grant gets out of dummy half, sees some space on the left hand side, sorry, and Harry Grant goes in to score the first try. Individual brilliance, bro, from Harry Grant.
Oh, yeah, and just to say as well, he was fantastic today, I thought. Definitely
Yes,
one of the best in the field, and that try was too easy as well.
I think we will probably rate him in our top 3 on Grant. I think he was best on field, and I reckon it wasn't even close. I thought he was outstanding, Harry Grant, this afternoon. Melbourne go to 6-2 up after 13 minutes gone, and then in the 20th minute, bro, Jerome Hughes, far out. Jerome Hughes at halfback. He's just getting better and better the more he plays there. Um, Jerome
Yeah.
Hughes, he puts his dummy on Jack White and steps on the inside and just goes over to score. Jerome Hughes, brilliant try. He is a great player.
For sure, yeah, bro, for sure. Like he's just that player that's improving at halfback role a lot. And never was a halfback to start off with, but yeah, like you said, over time he's got better and better. And that try just summed up what kind of player he is.
I think Jerome Hughes is a top 3 halfback at the moment. I think he's playing outstanding football. And the Melbourne
Yeah,
Storm got a 12-2 lead after 20 minutes gone. And then, mate, not long after that, Ryan Papenhuyzen scores a great try. Cameron Munster, at his absolute best, he puts a dummy on Thomas Starling. He just couldn't stop him. Munster went straight through, passed the ball back on the inside to Ryan Papenhuyzen. Papenhuyzen scores. Melbourne go to 18-2, and Lorenzo, at this point of the game, I thought Melbourne were going to win by 40 at one point after that try was scored.
yeah. I mean, I was getting the exact same feeling, because I think it's very hard to sort of compete or stay in the game with Melbourne when they score, the back-to-back tries or whatever it was. And yeah, I thought the exact same. But no, Pappenhausen was that's just a good try. And really, that poor defense by Canberra again, defensively, that was shocking
Ordinary.
today.
Ordinary defense from Canberra. And then, bro, we get to the 30th minute. Now, if you guys haven't seen it, I just want to mention this. In the 30th minute, Canberra Raiders back rubber, Corey Harawira Naira. I thought I saw a little eye gouge here on Nelson Asafa Solomona. He had his hands all over his eyes and that ended up being a penalty. I'm not sure if there'll be anything, taken further about this, but go back and watch the 30th minute of this game. Corey Harawira Naira has his fingers and his hands all over Nelson Asafa Solomona's eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if Harawira Naira got done for an eye gouging incident here. Provenzo Vids, did you see that? Or because I reckon there might be a bit of an eye gouge here.
I don't think I saw it, but I did notice that Nelson sort of stayed down, I think, for a bit. Like he was sort of,
His eyes were sore.
yeah, he got up indicating his eyes were sore. I didn't actually see the eye gouge, but that's why we have a review committee, so they'll probably go back in that, I guess, after when the whole
I
game's
tell you what,
finished.
man, oh man, I would not be shocked if Harawira Naira got done for that because Luke Thompson did something similar a while ago now, and he got done for it. And I am
Yeah,
very convinced that Harawira Naira did a little eye gouge on Nelson, but I guess we'll find out in the coming days, or we might even know by tomorrow. But Harawira Naira could be in a little bit of hot water, but I guess we'll find out more about that if it was an eye gouge or not. Maybe it's just rubbish on the face. I don't know, but we'll find out. Anyway, mate, we get to the 33rd minute, and the Raiders finally hit the board. Sammy Volame scores. Camera shift to the right-hand side. Some numbers on that right side, and Sammy Volame just runs over Ryan Papenhuyzen. Fucking hell. Good luck, Papenhuyzen. Volame scores. What a try from Sammy Volame.
Yeah, it was a try that definitely had to happen to get Canberra back in the match. Just want to say as well, where was Justin Olam? That's his side of the field, and he missed
Yeah,
his
that's true. He
chance to
came
stop
in.
him. So yeah, but like that was a try that had to help Canberra.
It was a great try. And mate, we get to half time. Melbourne Storm lead 18 points to 8. As dominant as Melbourne were, should they have been up by more?
I think I agree. I think they should have. They were definitely dominating the game more than what Canberra were, and I think they actually looked a lot better in general than what Canberra were doing. I think Canberra, that they look they were good as well in terms of hanging in the game, but they're only hanging in by a fingertip really. And I think Melbourne should
Yep,
apply a lot more.
exactly right, bro. And mate, we get to the second half, and in the 49th minute, Justin Olam scores his first try of season 2022. About fucking time. Round 5, Olam finally scores a damn try. Melbourne off the scrum to Cameron Munster. Munster to Olam. Olam just goes over to score. Pretty soft try. Justin Olam. Good to see him score a try, bro. It's good to see.
Yeah, like you said, it took him long enough, and yeah, that was a very easy try as well. I thought that was just easy, and that, like I said, that's what Canberra's defense has been like all afternoon, very bad.
Yeah. Melbourne got a 24-8, and at this point, I knew the game was well and truly over. I didn't see Canberra getting to 26 or even to 24 at that point. I knew the game was over. I was just hoping Canberra would make a bit of a fight, and that's what they did. They kept fighting. They didn't throw the towel in. A lot of teams would have threw the towel in and just given up, but they kept fighting Canberra for a long time there. And mate, in the 71st minute, Nick Kotrick scores for the Raiders off the scrum. White and just past Nickel Clockstad, and Nickel Clockstad gives it on the Kotrick. He goes over in the corner. Kotrick, I think he's been a little bit quiet to start the year, but it's good to see him finally get a try. And I love Kotrick, man. I think he's a great player, but Kotrick finally scores.
Yep, they needed that as well. I think Kotrick has been a bit quiet in terms of scoring tries. He has been, and I think at
Yeah,
Bulldogs as well. Like he didn't get many there either. But yeah, no, it was good to see him score a try. I think that's what he needed for himself personally as well.
Melbourne go to 24-14. Canberra fighting, they're staying in the fight, and I guess that they just don't have the class to get back into the game enough to challenge towards the end. Obviously, having no Jamal Fogarty doesn't help, and Hodgson's not there, and they have to rely on young Brad Schneider. And Tom Starling made a couple of breaks there, but just couldn't ice it off. And Jack White can't do it all on his own. It's just that's not his job. That's not his role. And unfortunately, they couldn't score. And mate, Melbourne, they make you pay. 74th minute, Jerome Hughes scores his second try of the game. He gets a double. Nelson Solomon with a brilliant offload to Jerome Hughes. Hughes goes over to score a great try. Man, Jerome Hughes, once again, just at his absolute best.
And yeah, he was, and that's just a try in general. Just brilliant footy by Melbourne. That's how you play football, like, by scoring tries like that. Absolutely well done.
And then with about a minute to go, or actually the full-time siren went, Cameron used the captain's challenge, which I
That's
thought was really strange, but they won the challenge, and then they went for goal at the end. Maybe for for and against Lorenzo, maybe for for and against towards the end of the
maybe.
season. I don't know, but we get the full time, and the Melbourne Storm have beaten the Raiders at Wagga Wagga, 30 points to 16. Melbourne, a bit off in that second half, mate. Do you think Melbourne are just doing enough at the moment to win games? They're not playing at their best, but are you impressed by Melbourne at the moment?
Yeah, look, I am. I am pretty impressed with Melbourne. I mean, I guess in a way they can be a bit better at some
They can be
extent
so much
because,
better, yeah.
and yeah, I mean, like they usually do start the season pretty well and usually are a lot better than what they are currently going. But I mean, look, once they click into gear, they'll be very hard to stop. But just as of now, they do fade away a little bit, I think, but they're mostly good.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And look, I thought the Storm today, I wouldn't say they were amazing. I thought they just played their usual game and they found a way to
Yeah.
get the win. And that's pretty much what they were aiming to do. There wasn't anything out there that they were, you know, they didn't do anything different. They just did what they had to do to get the job done. But Lorenzo, who would your top three players be from the Raiders and Storm game down there at Wagga Wagga this afternoon?
Yeah, all right. So number three, I'll go with Harry Grant. Thought he had a great performance today. Was actually excellent for Melbourne. Number two, I'll go Ryan Pappenhausen. Got a try and was very clinical in the when he had the ball. And number one, my man of the match, it's pretty obvious. Jerome Hughes has to get it for me. I think he was everywhere and well deserved, I reckon, actually, at the same time.
Yeah. No, look, I think that's a very good top three. Mate, my top three on ground from the Raiders and Storm game. I'm going to go number 3. The Melbourne Storm lock, Josh King. I thought Josh King was
Yeah.
outstanding in the middle today. I thought he had a really good game, and he's been an underrated buy for Melbourne this year. I thought he was outstanding, Josh King. Number 2, Jerome Hughes. I thought Jerome Hughes was outstanding this afternoon. And number 1, my man of the match, bro, I'm giving it to Harry Grant. I thought Harry Grant was outstanding. I thought his passing from dummy half was excellent. I thought his running game was dangerous as well. He could cause a lot of dramas out there, and he was a headache. He was outstanding for the Storm. And yeah, Harry Grant's my man of the match. The Melbourne Storm, a little bit too good for the Canberra Raiders, which sees Melbourne go back on top of the live ladder. And Canberra, well, they are stuck on 13th on the live ladder. So not good for the Green Machine. Now, let's go to the other game, and I believe it was the 50-year anniversary of South Sydney versus St George Illawarra. The Rabbitohs 24, Dragons 12, down there at Telstra Stadium, ANZ Stadium, whatever you want to call it nowadays, Stadium Australia. I don't give a shit what it's called now, but I'll always know it as Telstra Stadium or ANZ Stadium. Mate, the Rabbitohs, they lost to Trent Mitchell early. Blake Taft came in and did a job. The Rabbitohs just seem to be able to find a way to, come across adversity. If someone goes down, they just find a way to keep, stay in the game. And the Rabbitohs are one of those sides this year, I reckon, Lorenzo, that they never throw the towel in. They keep fighting. If someone goes down, they just keep fighting regardless. I thought Souths were very good for a while tonight, mate. What'd you make of the game?
Yeah, look, I don't know. This game was very funny for me because it was good at the same time, but very bad. I just think that South did enough to win, obviously, but there were a lot of errors. It was full of errors, error marathon pretty much. And
sorry, bro, my cousin just interrupted. Yeah. You want to say something to the people? It's gone camera shy.
That's all good.
You love to say it.
Yeah.
Continue, Lorenzo. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, like error marathon. That's what I made it of. Error marathon. Heaps of errors, heaps of knock-ons. It wasn't pretty to watch, but I did like some of the plays and tries that South scored. Though some of them were very nice, I reckon. So it was good. It was all right in the game.
Yeah, look, it wasn't the best game of football. It was a bit sloppy down there at Telstra Stadium. The Rabbitohs obviously did enough to win. Both teams had 50% possession each. They had the same amount of sets, bro. Both teams had 43 sets each, which is pretty crazy to think. The difference was the Rabbitohs had a better completion rate, 31 from 43, and Dragons 29 from 43. Lorenzo, I don't know what you think about this, but the Dragons, they would have to be the most impatient fucking rugby league team right now. They know now. Let me explain what that means. The Dragons know how to create opportunities. They know how to get the ball to Lomax, Suli, Ravalawa, Matthew Feagai, all their strike plays out wide. The Dragons know how to get the ball to them, but the problem is they don't have any fucking patience. They do it on tackle 1, tackle 2, instead of a couple of hit-ups on tackle 1, tackle 2, tackle 3, and then do it on tackle 4, go wide. They do it on tackle 1 all the time, tackle 2. The patience of the Dragons, they don't have any patience. And that's the problem with this team at the moment. They're so good to watch when they're on. Some of the young kids are outstanding, but the Dragons would have to be the most impatient football team in the NRL right now, in my opinion.
I reckon make a great point when you say that, actually, because they seem to always push the pass, don't they? They always push the pass. They always rush opportunities they get near the try line. As we can see, they just I know this it led to a try in the second half, but when Ben Hunt sort of did that, that inside pass, Jack Burger went backwards and all that, and I think it was, I don't know who scored, but I think that was Mbai who scored that try in the second half, and just you can tell by the ball movement and how they were rushing on the second or first tackle that it's not how you should be structuring a play near your try line. So they do need to polish up a couple of things, I think.
Now, look, at the start of the season, I tipped the Dragons to play finals football. I had Dragons finishing 7th this year. At the moment, I'm disappointed. But this is all on Anthony Griffin, Lorenzo. Anthony Griffin
Yeah.
changed the damn spine, and now you've got Mbite at fullback, which I think's very ordinary. I love Bird at 5'8" and Ben Hunt at halfback. I think that they are looking a lot better together the more football they play. And McCulloch at number 9's all right, but 80 minutes, I don't know, man. They need someone else to come on for the last 20, 30 just to finish like something exciting. But, man, when I love how they throw the ball around, but they're just too impatient, bro. They're just too impatient for mine.
Yeah, look, with your saying on Jack Bird and Moses Mbye playing at fullback 5'8", I don't know. I think Jack Bird's better suited to the back row person. I know he can play a
Okay.
5'8" from that, but I
Yep.
think he's just a bit more. I think he's a little bit predictable in attack. Like I just don't know. I realize there's a lot of block plays, runs the ball too much as a 5'8" as well, and gets tackled too many times. He does okay there, but I think he's better in the back row personally, and I think Amon should be given a bit more time in that role. Mbye was good under the high ball. Like he was better than last week, I thought. But
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, Sloan. I don't know when Sloan's gonna come back, but up to Hook.
Well, I think Jaden Sullivan's pretty close to returning as well. And look, I'm not going to put a line for the Dragons yet because the Dragons are a team where they usually start the season off fast. This year, they've started the season off a bit slow. I think they'll be fine. I think they can still be around that, 7 to 11 position. But they just need to figure out what's their best spine and have some patience. That's where Ben Hunt needs to say, listen, I love the way we attack. I love how we can get the ball out wide to Lomax and Ravalawa on tackle 1, but we should be doing that on tackle 4, tackle 5, doing it later in the set. Don't do it tackle 1 because you cause errors. Everyone gets angry at each other, miscommunication, and things get all sorts as well. But, mate, we'll get into it real quick. We'll go through the game. And, mate, in the 6th minute, Rabbitohs got to a great start. Latrell Mitchell scores the first try of the game. Damien Cook gets our dummy half just around the halfway mark. Cook makes a run, passes it to Campbell Graham. Graham offloads the ball to Latrell Mitchell. Latrell Mitchell scores in the corner. What a start from the Rabbitohs and Latrell Mitchell.
That was a fantastic try, I've got to say. Just how Cook ran the ball and sort of got the opportunity to still get a try to happen with Mitchell. That was fantastic, actually. That was a fantastic way to start off the game. Yeah, that was very nice by Mitchell. It's a shame that Mitchell got injured, actually, but it was good to see him score as well.
Yeah, no, well said. Couldn't agree more. Rabbitohs go to 4-0. Good start for the Bunnies down there at Telstra Stadium. And then, mate, at the 11th minute, Latrell Mitchell obviously goes down. I thought it was a HIA, but it was actually a hamstring. Latrell Mitchell actually, he pulled a hamstring or something, so he's out, which is massive blow, but far out. Blake Taff on the bench, perfect with time to come back from injury. Perfect time to come back.
They're lucky that they had Blake Taff on the bench. Otherwise, it might have been a bit harder to sort of replace Mitchell. And I think maybe Mitchell. I think Mitchell went off at the same time because of his precaution of his knee. Because I think during the week he had some.
Yeah, you're not risking him.
Yeah, you're not going to risk him exactly. So bit of a precaution thing. So we'll see how he is next week. Mitchell, if he's free to play.
I do remember on Tuesday night, I think I said after my tips, I think we spoke about it, Lorenzo, on the podcast or maybe on Tuesday night on the Instagram call. I said,
Yeah,
Latrell Mitchell's been named to play fullback, but he is in doubt to play. And I think on Thursday I said I'll be surprised if Latrell plays on Saturday, and he was named. And yeah, unfortunately he was gone after 10 minutes gone, but hopefully he gets well soon, man, because I love watching him play. I think he's an exciting beast. Anyway, Tough coming on, and he did a great job. And then, mate, in the 35th minute, Keon Kalamatangi goes over to score a try. Lachlan Ilias, nice running game. Quick play the ball, and Keon Kalamatangi goes over to score. This bloke's getting better and better, Keon Kalamatangi. I think he's a very underrated player.
Oh, he's a beast, isn't he? Like I just think over time and he is establishing into that starting back row role a lot better, I think, as well.
Yes.
Like he's a very destructive back rower who adds a lot to that Souths team, in my opinion. And yeah, I love watching him play personally as well. Very good player.
I would argue Keon Kalamatangi is a top 5 back row at the moment. I think he's playing outstanding football. He's been like that all year.
Fair call. It's a fair
He's been
call.
great. And Rabbitohs got a 10-0. And, mate, we get to half time. South Sydney lead 10-0 over the Dragons. Um, like we said, Dragons just didn't have any patience, and that's why they were down. And then the Dragons, bro, they finally get on the board. They make a bit of a comeback here. Moses Mbai scores. Mbai put a dummy on and just bars his way over the try line. Mbai scores. Good to see him score, even though he's been terrible at fullback, but it's good to see him score a try.
Yeah, that's right. He hasn't been great at fullback, but he needed that try to sort of get Dragons back in the game, and it was a very
His
simple try
confidence too.
actually. It was a very simple try as well. Like I think the South should have really stopped that one, but yeah, he should have scored, and that would help his confidence, like you said.
Yeah, his confidence was through the roof after that. And then the Rabbitohs was still in front at 10-6, so the Dragons were fighting. And then a couple of dumb, uncharacteristic errors from the Red V. And in the 53rd minute, Lorenzo Campbell Graham. Mate, this guy's a weapon too. Cameron Kalamatungi hits a hole, offloads the ball to Taff. Taff to Graham. Graham scores. I said this in the group chat tonight, Lorenzo. Campbell
Yeah,
Graham is the most underrated center in the game right now.
yeah, I
The
saw that.
bloke
Yeah.
is, in my opinion, he's close to being in the Origin team. Campbell Graham is underrated as fuck.
Yeah, I think he is very underrated personally as well. Like he does his job every week. You know, I remember saying myself actually as well that I never was confident in him moving from wing to centers, but I'm wrong.
Yeah,
He's a
me either.
top center for sure. He's a top ten
He's top
center in my
five.
opinion.
He's
And
top
yeah, you can
five for
argue top
me.
five. You can argue top five for sure. I think he's done a great job in centers, and yeah, he's getting better and better.
Rabbitohs at that point go to 16-6 in front. The Dragons at this point, I'm going, well, they have to score next. They have to do something. Otherwise, this game is going to be OVER. And then, mate, in the 64th minute, a no try to Cameron Murray for obstruction. I think Francis Mollo was the one obstructed. I am glad it was no try because you could see Mollo was obstructed and the decoy runner was right in front of the try line. There was no way in the world Mollo could tackle him. But in saying that, where's the decoy runner meant to go there? I mean, it's pretty vulnerable. But I I agree with the no try to Cam Murray. What about yourself?
I agree with it, but I wouldn't be too mad if it was a try as well. Because, like you said,
Yeah,
where's Moller supposed to go? Like, where's he supposed to move? You know, that's the issue, I guess. And but yeah, no, I'm fine with it being a no try. But I guess at the same time, the refs have been doing this all year. You know, if you want to be consistent with that sort of obstruction sort of play or the decoy getting in the way, then yeah, that's what's going to be no try.
yeah. Look, I felt sorry for the decoy runner because he can't go anywhere there. But Francis Mollo is not really given a chance to make the tackle. So I was happy for it to be no try. And then in the 72nd minute, I think there was an accidental offside or something. Rabbitohs take the two, go to 18-6. Dragons were down 18-6. They had 8 minutes to do something. They couldn't do it. Tynane Milne goes over to score on the left-hand side, and Rabbitohs end up running away with it there. Tynane Milne, he's been okay in the centres, bro.
He has, yeah. I was actually a big fan of him tonight. I think he looks very strong and very dangerous when he's in open space. Very damaging center when he is on, and he had a good game. He had a good game for sure.
Rabbitohs 24-6, and there's only about 5 minutes to go. And then, mate, just towards the end of the game, about 10 seconds to go, Jaden Stewart goes over to score a late one for the Dragons against the Bunnies. I'm sure Jaden Stewart would love that against his old side. And Jack Bird kicks the conversion, and full time, Rabbitohs win 24-12. I reckon the scoreline was exactly how the game planned out. I think a 12-point win sounds about right, and I think it feels about right on how this game went.
Yeah, bro. With all the errors and with all the stoppages during the game and everything, and I think it was the right scoreline that reflected how the game went. I agree with that. It was
Yeah,
24-12 was respectable for one.
yeah. I think 24-12 was the right scoreline, and I think that was well played from both sides. You know, for once, we got a game that felt like the right score and the right outcome. But
Yeah.
Rabbitohs get the job done over the Dragons in the 50-year anniversary since South Sydney versus St. George Illawarra. I believe it's 50 years. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the live chat. But the Bunnies win 24-12. Lorenzo, your top three players on ground from the Rabbitohs and Dragons contest.
Yeah, all right. So number three, I'm gonna go with Zach Lomax from the Dragons. I thought he was very good actually. I liked how he played. It was great this afternoon. Number two, I'm gonna go with Tane Milne. Like I said, I was a big fan of him. How he went today. I thought he really dominated out there on the centres. And my man of the match, number one, I think I'm going to give it to Campbell Graham. I think Graham was very good. And that try score was also excellent. So good on him.
Yeah, mate, for me, I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Lachlan Ilias at number 3. I thought Lachlan Ilias had a very nice game at halfback. I thought he controlled the game quite well, and he's a good young halfback. He's getting better as the more games he plays. I thought Ilias was good. Number 2, I'm going to go with big Keon Kalamatangi in the back row.
Yeah.
I thought he was outstanding as well. And, mate, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Campbell Graham. I thought Campbell Graham had a great game at centre tonight. I thought he was outstanding. He caused all sorts of dramas, and he also did a great job on Moses Suli, in my opinion. I thought Campbell Graham was very good tonight. So Campbell Graham is my man of the match for the Rabbitohs. 24-12 win over the Dragons down there at ANZ Stadium. And Lorenzo, let's get into the final game. Well, fuck me, this game was all over. And then next minute, we had a game to watch towards the end. The Eels 26, the Titans 20. Up there at CPAS Super Stadium on the Gold Coast. Lorenzo, this game was a shit kind of a game up until the last 15 minutes. Man, what do you make of the last 15? It was crazy.
Yeah, I think you summed it up well. It was a very shit game for most of it. I think from the first half to maybe the 50th minute. The last 20 minutes of the game were very good, actually. Like, it was entertaining. A lot of very, very entertaining tries. Like, we had it all during the game. Like, there was a streaker in the field. Fafita's shooting was amazing. The Titans crawling back to the game despite losing. It was all happening on the Gold Coast and up until that last sort of minutes of the game. And crazy match, honestly. It was a good match to watch, I think.
Mate, I'm just trying to find this fucking streaker. Obviously, I'm not going to play it on air. Here we go. I'm just going to watch this streaker because you sent me this before we went on air, bro. I'm just going to watch this right now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's funny.
Is that a woman?
It is, yeah.
Oh! Oh, the security guard just dropped her. Look out.
I know.
Look out. Oh, fuck.
Wasn't wearing anything either.
What is she wearing? Is she wearing a bra? What is that?
That's literally it.
The security guard just absolutely destroyed her ribs. Her belly button's probably swollen after that. Fuck.
Fuck, that's bigger than
Good
George DeFil's once.
That is a brutal hit, and I'm just going to say that dumb slut had the audacity to run on the fucking field. I'm glad she got dropped on her fucking head. Was she a Titans fan upset about losing? Get fucked, honestly. Honestly,
Who
God.
knows?
Go and have a fucking barbecue with Paul Vaughan, you dumb cunt. Get fucked. What a dumbass, man. Seriously. She's probably one of those protesters that are blocking off all the roads. Oh, we're not going to let you through. Protest. Get fucked. Anyway.
It's crazy.
Dumb bitch. She got dropped and she got what she deserved, bro. She got what she fucking deserved. Anyway, let's get into the review, mate. It looked like a decent game. I mean, I could have went to it. I'm glad I didn't go to it because it looked like a bludger. I would have fell at 20-0. I would have fell asleep, I reckon. But anyway, we'll get into the review now. And mate, in the 20th minute, Clint Gutherson scores the first try of the game. Mitchell Moses, beautiful short ball to Gutherson. Gutherson scores. Parramatta to a great start. King Guffo scoring the first try.
Yeah, Gutherson's always scoring tries against Titans apparently as well. So that doesn't surprise me. It was a very nice try. It was very good to start the match.
Parramatta 4-0. Good start for the Eels up there at the Gold Coast. And then, mate, in the 27th minute, Bailey Simonson scores a try in the corner. Lands on his fucking head. I couldn't believe what I was watching here. Parramatta go to the right-hand side. Exciting ball movement, bro. Moses to Isaiah Papali'i. Papali'i to Simonson. Simonson scores in the corner on his goddamn head. That was insane.
That would have fucking hurt. Like, honestly, that would have really hurt. Like, you could see that he wasn't well when he got up. Like, he was sort of holding his shoulder and his face looked fucked as well. So that would have really hurt, seriously. But yeah, it was a good try. Like you said, it was good ball movement out to the wing, and yeah.
Bailey Simonson looked like that fucking. You're at Dreamworld and you're on the ride and you're going down and your face is going, what the fuck? Bailey Simonson in the corner on my head. Oh, fuck. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Parramatta 8-0. Great start for the Eels. And then, fuck me, they kept going, didn't they? and right before half time there in the 32nd minute, Gutherson scores his second. He gets a double. Moses crossfield kick, and then that fucking paper print and cunt Jared Wallace dropped the ball, and then Gutherson ends up scoring his second try. Jared Wallace, what is he thinking?
Oh, fuck, who knows what was going on in his mind, honestly. That was just honestly stupid. But Gutherson scoring again doesn't surprise me, like I said before. And yeah, that's costly for Titans.
Yeah, Parramatta 14-0 at half time, and I thought to myself, fuck, this could be 40, this could be 50, it could even be fucking 55 plus. Who knows what was going to happen? And Lorenzo, we get to the second half, bro, and Ryan Madison playing in the left centre is unbelievable with everyone going down. HIA and getting injured.
That's it.
Eels go left to Dylan Brandon Madison. Madison scores at left centre. Unbelievable. Parramatta 20-0.
Yeah, well, he kind of had to play there because they lost Wagga Blake. Am I right? Because I think
Blake
he went
was
off.
ruled out. Simonson was gone.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
players everywhere. Obachek on the wing. I was like, Penasini, I think he went off too. It was all happening.
Yeah, far out. I don't know who the back line's going to be for Parramatta next week, but it's going to be interesting. But yeah, scoring that try from Madison was important as well. That just helped their lead even more.
Unbelievable. Parramatta going to 20-0, and I thought to myself, fuck, the Gold Coast are going to get destroyed here at home. The Gold Coast fans were very quiet. There wasn't much action up there at the Gold Coast. They were all quiet. They were all thinking to myself, I paid all this money to come out here where I could be at the fucking Severs Paradise nightclub instead of watching this shit. And
Heard
then,
no drums. Heard no drums.
yeah, I didn't hear shit. It was getting bad. It was looking like a bloodbath. And then the Titans, well, they finally woke up. They finally woke up from their they woke up from their fucking 10 drinks down. AJ Brimson, grabber kicks it for Philip Sami, and Sami ends up scoring. Pretty soft try, Lorenzo.
It was, yeah, like that was a try that they should have easily stopped there, Parramatta. Like they shouldn't have let that one in. But anyway, he scored, and that was a try that had to get Gold Coast back in the game, which helped them up until that point. So yeah, crazy try.
I think that was the try that got him going, but I think the next try here in the 60th minute got him back in the game where Brimson put a grubber kick in, and then dumbass Nathan Brown just knocks the ball on, and Aaron Clark, of all people, scores. Fuck me. Aaron Clark, unbelievable.
Unbelievable, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know how Nathan Brown didn't hold on to that, but
Hopeless.
yeah, that was just a stupid, bit of a brain snap moment, if you ask me. But Aaron Clark, out of all people, like you said, you don't see him score often. There's never really a time I remember him scoring at all. So yeah, he's lucky. He's lucky.
Right. Fanil Blake against the Cowboys had a brain explosion like that.
Yeah.
Who else? Someone else did it. I can't even remember. Oh, fucking Jared Wallace, Nathan Brown. They're all fucking doing it this year. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, random brain snaps.
And then Eagles 20-10. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna get controversial. Eagles 20-10, about 20 to go, mate. 63rd minute, Junior Paulo gets sin binned for a so-called shoulder charge, high shot to the head.
That's what it was.
Where it was shoulder to shoulder. Brimson didn't even go for a HIA, so I don't know how it's contact to the head. If it was that bad, Brimson would have went up for a HIA, which he did not, by the way. What was your honest opinion, and what is your take on the Junior Paulo sin bin on AJ Brimson?
Yeah, look, seriously, that was not a sin bin. It was not a sin bin, not even close. I only give sin bins when it's a deliberate foul play. Was that deliberate foul play? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. There was no intent in him trying to shoulder charge him on purpose. That was completely an accident. You know, I think Paulo was just trying to make a tackle that went wrong. So there's nothing you can really do in that situation. Seriously, I mean, the referee sort of over exaggerated the sin bin part. Personally, I would just put it on report, and that's about it. I'll put in report, let the review committee or whoever looks at it after go ahead and looks at it, does their job. But I don't think that was ever a sin bin. I think the sin bin's crazy. Everyone's exploding over that, which I don't blame them for. I guess what else makes it a bit more stupid is that Brimson stayed down to make it look like it was worse than what it looked. So It's just dumb, honestly.
One of the worst calls I've seen all year. The referee lost complete control of the game. There was no way in the world Junior Paulo should have been sin bin for that. Now, get this right. Where was AJ Brimson's HIA? Oh, that's right. He didn't have one. Oh, hang on. What about this one? So, Junior Paulo gets sin binned for that so-called dangerous tackle to the head. Bro, in my opinion, the Marcelo Montoya one on Peter Hiku last night in the Warriors-Cowboys game was worse than that. And that wasn't even a sin bin.
It was.
So where's the consistency?
There's no consistency. Where's the consistency now in this game? There's nothing like that anymore in the game. It doesn't exist, you know. I mean, they want to, for some reason, want to try and penalise or sin bin any player that does head, shoulder to the head or arms to the head, whatever it is, arm to the neck. They want to sort of sin bin any player who does that. But seriously, if that wasn't a sin, if that was a sin bin, the Montoya one wasn't, then yeah, just fucking hell. No,
yeah, I agree, bro. And now I just want to point out in the chat. Jackson Lee puts out a really good point. He says it's embarrassing. Suppose shoulder to the head when AJ was holding on his shoulder. If it was contact to the head, why didn't he go for a HIA? Couldn't fucking agree more. He's literally right on the money here. He's right on the money here. Now, the other thing I want to mention about this as well. Junior Paulo said on AJ Brimson was outstanding. Now, if you don't go to a football game to see that, there's something wrong with you because that is a great hit. People who go to the football, they love seeing big hits. That was a great big hit. If I was at the game tonight, I would have got out of my chair. I would have been clapping that big hit. That was outstanding. And in my opinion, it wasn't even a penalty. It was just a fucking ridiculous laydown from AJ Brimson. And if any Titans fans out there reckon that should be a sin bin, they're kidding themselves. And they are fucking biased as fuck. There was nothing wrong with it tonight. That was a clean, beautiful hit. Bring back the Biff. That was outstanding.
I gotta say, if there's anyone out there that thinks it's a sin bin, and more notably the Titans fans, I mean, there will be some Titans fans out there, particular ones too. They're going to say, sin bin, pull of a dog, dangerous." Well, you're stupid because that's not a sin binable offence. There was no deliberate foul play in that hit. So, yeah, just honestly, cry me a river. Seriously, you're already crying about the Titans loss. Now you're going to cry about that too. Pathetic Titans, honestly.
Mate,
but
the Titans fans, you could hear them on Fox. You could hear them on Fox League in the background. They're chanting, "Send him off." What the fuck? Do they not understand the rules, or were they too drunk from going to Sellers Paradise the night before or a couple of hours beforehand? Are they fucking dumb? There was no way in the world the Junior Paulo sin bin should have happened. That was a pathetic decision.
I'm surprised there even is a fan base there. Did they really have a fan base? Yeah, all their fans are probably just ex Broncos, whatever fans. Probably that's most of their fans.
I'm telling you, they've got about 10 to 12,000 members, which is fucking funny. That's pretty poor. Mate, I'm gonna have a look while we're at it. But mate, honestly, if
that hit is in the rugby league of that hit's part of rugby league. It's in the DNA, blood and sweat of rugby league. That hit, like you can't just go wrong with any of that.
Mate, honestly, it's laughable, to be honest. It really is laughable. I'm just trying to have a look at how many members the Titans have got at the moment. I'm just trying to find out. But, Lorenzo, should Junior Paulo be suspended, or is there anything to worry about?
Fuck no. There's nothing to be worried about. I don't think that's a suspension worthy at all. You know, unfortunately, knowing how the game's been this year and how they've sort of suspended players because of hits and whatever, they probably will suspend him. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but they probably will suspend him for a hit like that. But there's just no deliberate foul play. There was nothing wrong with the hit. So I don't know. It's stupid. I'm just sick of talking about it. Really.
If they suspend him, that's a joke. Mate, last time I checked, the Titans had about 10,000 members, which is laughable, to be honest. But I just want to say as well, the only Titans fan that I can honestly listen to that will have a good point about this is the great man, Jimmy Miller. He's the only Titans fan that actually makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Jimmy Miller's obviously very good with what he says about the game and Titans, and I mean, it's a shame that there's not more fans of the Titans like he is. Unfortunately, most of them are just going to be a little bit biased and sort of defend their club any way they can with moments like that. So, but yeah, Jimmy's honest, and I agree.
Shout out to Jimmy Miller. You know, I hope you're doing well, brother. And obviously, very unlucky tonight. But shout out to the great Jimmy Miller. And then, mate, the Titans, 66th minute, they end up scoring. David Fafita, finally, he just explodes on the right hand side and scores in the corner. Fafita, where's he been all year? Finally scores a damn try. And finally did something.
Well, I mean, it takes him long enough to sort of start a season off. You know, I think that try definitely will get him going now. But yeah, 5 weeks is a bit too long for mine as well. So it was a good try.
Yeah,
It really was a good try. It was, and
yeah.
he was lucky not to go out there. But that the strength and just the skill for Fee is unbelievable.
At that point, bro, the Eels lead 20-16. I thought to myself, can the Eels hold on with 12 men? I don't know. And then we get towards the end there, and the Titans are coming, and then the Eels, I think Moses put a kick cross field. It was tapped back by Madison, and Dylan Brown ends up scoring the try. Eels 26-16. Dylan Brown, right place, right time with 12
Yeah,
men.
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that try had to happen. It was a lucky try, but it had to happen for Titans. Or no, sorry, the Parramatta Eagles hanging there.
Right place, right time, and to score a try with 12 men defensively, you got to be questioning yourself after that. Parramatta 26-16, and then bro, Greg Marzhew goes in to score a late try in the 74th minute. Next minute it's 26-20. Look out, game on again.
It was like game on at one point, then game over at the other point. You know, it kept flipping, and changing, really. And yes, Marzi's a very strong ball runner
Sure
as
did.
well. I must say, he's very strong with the ball, and that was a good try by Marzi.
Yeah. And then the Titans at the end there, last play, throwing the ball around. Brimson puts a grubber kick in for himself, can't get it. And full time, Parramatta Eels 26, Gold Coast Titans 20. Up there on the Gold Coast, the Eels defeating the Gold Coast. I believe that's the Titans' first loss at home this year. I could be wrong. I'm just going to double check that. I believe, yes,
Um,
it is. That's the
it is.
Titans' first loss at home this year, and it's against the Eels. Galveston gets a little bit of payback from round one, where I think Philip Summy gave it to him in round one, and Galveston scored 2 tonight and said, ha, eat that. But Parramatta winning 26-20 over the Gold Coast, mate. What'd you make of the game overall? I thought it was a really decent game of footy.
Yeah, it was. It was very decent. There was a lot of crazy things that happened, and I just think, yeah, it was a good game of footy. Definitely the best one of the up to today, this Saturday.
Yeah. Mate, your top 3 players on ground from the Titans and Eels game tonight.
Yeah, all right. Number 3, I'm going to go with Dave Fafita. I think I'll go for Fafita number 3. I
What?
think he's done enough.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I think so.
Wow.
I'm not really basing it off his try or anything, but I think he was good actually in that left side on right side where he plays. I think he was actually good in my opinion. Number 2, I'll go with Dylan Brown. I think Brown had a good game. Did enough for me to sort of make my top 3. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm gonna go with Gufferson. It's pretty obvious. I think Guffer was
Yeah,
everywhere tonight.
for sure.
2 tries, separate try as well, I believe, and yeah, he was great.
Mate, I'm going to go, it's hard because the Eels lost so many players tonight, but I'm going to go number 3. I thought Nathan Brown tonight was outstanding at lock. Number 2, I'm going to go with Clint Gulverson. Scored 2 tries, ran for 191 metres. And number 1, bro, you're forgetting about this man. Man of the match, Regan Campbell-Gillard.
Yeah.
241 run meters tonight. No one's talking about it. Campbell-Gillard is overlooked again. And I believe right now, Regan Campbell-Gillard is the most underrated prop in the game. The bloke was phenomenal tonight. He was out of this world.
Yeah, you make a good point. Actually, I think I should have taken that more into consideration. Actually, with Campbell Gillard, I think he was actually really good tonight as well. I agree, and he seems to bring a lot of impact to that Parramatta team when he's out in the field. Like he seems to always play well, seems to always give it a go, and he has had a good start to the year. Him and Paulo.
Yes, and Campbell-Gillard, man, he played 67 minutes tonight, 241 meters. RCG, Bro, RCG is back. He was outstanding tonight. But Parramatta, mate, they get the job done over the Gold Coast, 26-20, up the Eels. And also, I want to mention as well, shout out to Parramatta. With the Eels winning tonight, the Cowboys stay in the top 8. So shout out to Parramatta. Cowboys hang on to 8th spot thanks to the Eels winning. So thank fuck.
Lucky.
Anyway, bro, that's going to wrap up the Saturday football review for round 5 of the 2022 NRL season. Lorenzo, thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, bro, no worries. Always a pleasure coming on. I know I was supposed to come on yesterday, but had some issues. But yeah, it was good to come on tonight. Thank you.
That's all good, bro. And the Eels, they go to third and alive. The Gold Coast go to 10th. As for next week, the Titans will be taking on the Seagulls, your boys, Lorenzo.
I'll be
Then
there.
they're at Brookie. And Parramatta will be playing the West Tigers on the Easter Monday game. So be interesting to see how both sides go next week. But thanks, Lorenzo. Thanks, everyone in the live chat. I really appreciate everyone that's tuned in for the Saturday football review. Ladies and gentlemen, the Storm beat the Raiders at Wagga Wagga, 30 points to 16. The Rabbitohs beat the Dragons at ANZ Stadium, 24 points to 12. And the Eels beat the Gold Coast, 26 to 20, up there at Seabus Super Stadium. Guys, this has been the Saturday football review for round 5 of the NRL, 2022 NRL season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.